When parents show off photos of their children, they are often smiling and proud. Not Amna, whose 4 children were kidnapped in Damascus in 2014.
At 11:03 a.m., my husband called and said that regime forces were rounding up the men, taking them to an unknown location, and he would try to get the children to safety. Then the line cut. My infant daughter was screaming. I can still hear her voice to this day.
Now, 11 years later, a new government is in power, and investigations are underway into the atrocities carried out under Bashar al-Assad. But instead of hope, Amna says the slow progress only exacerbates her grief.
I want my children back, whether they are alive and they give them to me, or if they're dead and they give me their bodies, even their ashes. I will keep working on this until I die.
Many young people whose parents were detained and imprisoned during the war were sent to orphanages. Amna has visited many of them, searching for familiar features among the children and meeting officials in the hopes of getting more information. It is a painful journey that takes its toll. Records at one orphanage show 300 children pass through its doors, but the manager says the real number is probably more than 3,000.
Some children were brought in, kept for a while, and then taken by intelligence services to unknown locations without ever being registered. Others were brought in and discharged only on paper. They never set foot in the orphanage.
Many of these so-called childcare institutions have been accused of abuse and inhumane practices. Former ministers of social affairs and other Assad regime officials are currently in prison, awaiting trial. This orphanage is called Lahn al-Hayat. That means the melody of life. But with reports of the children of detainees being abused and trafficked by the Assad regime with their identities falsified, that name appears to belie a more sinister and disturbing reality. We reached out to the newly formed Committee on Missing Persons, but it said it had no comment at this stage. For parents like Amna, words like bureaucracy, protocol, and standard procedure means little. All she wants is closure, and at the graves of her loved ones, she promises that she will never stop looking. Abdullah, Okaily, Al Jazeera, Damascus.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.